Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of JamBox Listens. That's right, we're in for another solo one. I'm excited for this one. I've got some cool ones for you for sure. Thank you, everybody who sent them in. I'm getting through them as quick as I can. I'm still figuring out this format, so you gotta give me some time, but I promise we're gonna get it ironed out soon. But with that being said, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Organic herbs and botanicals, skincare and edibles, wellness for body and mind. The Brothers Apothecary. Fine teas and remedies. Ronald Records. From indie gems to classic hits, discover the heart of local music. With live shows all the time, up close and personal, and regular releases on their in-house label. Ronald Records. Supporting the community, one track at a time.
All right, thank you all so much for watching again. Shout out The Brothers Apothecary, Ronald Records, and Portland Water. Thanks for keeping us hydrated. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track coming up is called Hot, featuring Matt Mogg by Cade Legat.
Okay, so I'm going right now. Look, I've been taking my time to get to the top. Yeah, you say you got some stress, but you know I got a lot. Ay, every time I do a show, you know the crowd march. Every time I make a song, you know that thing. You know that thing. You know that thing. You know that thing. Yeah, look, okay, I looked up to some people, but they faker than me.
All right, we're back. And that track was definitely giving off some summer vibes. It was very bouncy. And while it does live in that like semi-nonchalant, but with a dialed delivery realm, it really has this musical element to it that I thought was really cool, especially with like the vocal layers and even just the way it was mixed, how everything is placed. There was a lot of attention in that track, and a lot of attention, I should say, to the track, and a lot of intention in how it was put together. So it's a super cool one. Thank you for sending it in. But let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track is called The Formula, featuring Don and Dami by Peso LL.
Don't stop, don't quit, gotta go and get it by the way that I live. The formula, gotta listen to the game. It can really change your life and your name. Don't stop, don't quit, gotta go and get it by the way that I live. The formula, gotta listen to the game. It can really change your life and your name.
All right, we're back. And that track was G-funky as hell. I mean, just if you're wondering who is doing this sound in this area, I mean, anything north of Desi Hollow, it's these three, and they're doing it real well. I mean, just the beat on its own is super good. I mean, you could listen to it forever. It's got the perfect amount of turnaround. All of the elements are really catchy, but it stays, very loyal to the soil, very true to the sound. And they just come in swinging. They're all just doing their thing, and they're all dialed. And this camp is really locked in. So they brought a strong performance to the table, and it is a super cool track. I appreciate you guys sending it in. But let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track is called Drink Your Drink by FunkSwiTch.
You can let your eyes melt, but you're watering down the truth. 2 plus 2 still equals 4, but I guess you like your numbers smooth.
All right, we're back. And after that last track, I definitely had to go to this because it is, in fact, and for the last time tonight, I'll say it, funky as hell. I mean, and this by far the longest track on the episode. It's like 5.5 minutes almost or something just shy of that. And it uses every single second. The arrangement, the concept, the delivery, it's all very tight. It's all very well put together. And it also has this very like modern groove to it. It feels very like present in today. It feels like it's a grown sound, it's an educated sound. It's just really engaging. I think it's a really cool track, and you should go listen to it from start to finish. There was no way I could even give you a semblance of what to expect from this in just the 30 seconds. So go check out the full track and then leave a comment. Let me know what you think. But let's go ahead and get back into it. Coming up next is Get Out Right Now by Travvy Packer.
Knew where you were coming from, cause I just left it. Got out there with some Tetris. Now respectfully, it's pretty crazy you'd want me to backtrack, knowing the facts of my past, knowing I'm not about that selfish whack shit. Moving past it, I had so many problems, you aligned them, now they heighten. How do I dissolve them? That's a problem, was you for starters. Opened up my heart like, yes, I trust you. Another whack thing, you abused it. Yo, why you do this?
All right, we're back. And we're switching up a little bit. That track is cool though. It's very interesting. It's got a couple of defining layers. I mean, that guitar definitely jamming. It's just chucking all the way through, and the beat's sticking right along with it. And then those vocals, they just come in and they're just gassing, and they're going from start to finish. I think only a point in the middle do they simmer down for a second, but they're just going all the way through, and it's very like narrative driven. So you get a lot of context, a lot of what's happening through it. And they found a really cool way to like formalize an almost like verbatim narrative into the musical realm. So that's something to look out for. I think once whatever comes next is going to be bananas. But let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track coming up is called Waves in the Breeze by Brites.
Here comes another crash, but I'll survive. But you can't go back to when your favorite track was bumping on the tape deck. We're too far past that, our credits are queued, and we're riding out the fade to black. Buy another thing that I really don't need. Wanna blow that cash just to feel something. Hand out the window, riding waves in the breeze.
All right, we're back. And this is a rad track, like sonically very thick right from the start, and the sounds are all really diverse. So you're kind of like greeted by this wall of complex sound that was just like designed to be easily received in some ways while still having this bite to it. And then everything just drops out except for the drums, and the vocals come in, and it just gives you chills. It was such a cool design, the way they like kind of add that in, and from there it just goes off in a really interesting way. Now, I know I'm hyping it up a lot, but I got to tell you, you can't listen to it yet. They have not released it, but it's coming out soon. So you're definitely going to need to tune in to their episode when it comes out tomorrow, and then their tuned in episode when the album comes out, which fingers crossed we'll have this on there. But it's a super cool one. Thank you guys so much for sending it in. But let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track is called I Miss the Idea of Who I Wanted Her to Be by Heaven's Best Fighter. All right, we're back. And now, first of all, I got to give a huge shout out to one of the best dudes I've ever been able to make music with, Mr. Ondo himself, Anthony Stefani. He is who goes by Heaven's Best Fighter. I have made music with this guy before. He is phenomenal to work with and a phenomenal player. This is an instrumental track that he sent in, and I mean, you heard it. It's great. It's great. Like, the whole track is great, and his playing is really cool, and just it's got this like this element to it. It's got this dynamic. It's got this melodic aspect, and within it, it's very inspiring. Like, it always has this like upward tick to it. Not so much like Disney-like, but just this air of possibility every time. And I've just always been in love with the way he plays. So I'm glad we're able to share it on here, man. Thank you so much for sending it in. But let's go ahead and get back into it. This next track is called Crash Landing by The Bad Table.
What's going down?
All right, right, we're back, and shout out to the Bad Table. This dude's doing cool stuff. He has a very textural sound for sure, and this track emphasizes that really well. But I appreciate how he can take a lot of the like primary sounds and make them very full, very like spread out kind of across the realm, leaving a lot of room for like the little things to kind of jump in and out of a lot of different spaces. And I think this track really emphasizes it well. But what's even crazier is that not only does he make music like this, but when he goes live in a realm where it's very much like CDJs and USBs and whatnot, he has like a looper and a lot of instrumentation and like mixes those in with the tracks and makes this really like one-time experience every time he performs, which you can actually check out on his JamBox Presents episode that came out a little while back. But it's a super cool track, man. Thank you so much for sending it in. But let's go ahead and get back into it. We got one more track. This is called No More Questions by Winslow.
You already live in heaven. No more questions. Oh, you already live in heaven. No more questions.
All right, we're back. Now, admittedly, I've been sitting on this one for a little bit because it's such a cool track and it comes off of a full album. So you should definitely go check it out. It's called Cycles by Winslow. You're really going to like it. But this track is special. It's very, very big. It's very thematic. It's very cinematic at that. And it's got a lot of elements. And what I think is really cool is even though there is a lot going on, it never feels busy. It just feels very progressive. It's like every moment takes you from it to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. And it's just, by the time you're in the thick of it, it's just epic sounding and epic feeling. And it's a really cool track, man. Thank you so much for sending it in. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. As always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get up and out of here. This has been another exciting episode of JamBox Listens. I'm Jimmy, and we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap. This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.